morning. It's Thursday, February 16th. And I was rummaging through the news to find something to talk about. And one of the first things that I saw was that we still have a Russian embassy working in Washington. And I am wondering why we continue to have diplomatic relations with the Russians. I mean, it seems to me that they should be isolated, but I guess that's not the way people think. I guess it's good to have somebody to talk to, and maybe you could complain to the Russian embassy about what is going on in the Ukraine. I mean, the Ukraine is costing us billions and billions of dollars. So I really see that we should be shutting down everything associated with Russia. And I imagine that many politicians would agree with me, and probably many members of Congress would agree with me. But for some reason, we still have the Russian embassy working, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we can keep an eye on it, we can complain, but I doubt if any of those things will get through to Putin and make him change his mind. So that's just one thing that I wanted to mention this morning. And the second thing, of course, is this new Amazon action. Amazon has a robo-car called the ZOOX. That's ZOOX. It's a robo-taxi that is driving on the public roads in California for the first time. And it's using employees. Employees are riding in these cars, testing it. And the company said on Monday it conducted an initial run of a shuttle service for workers at its headquarters in Foster City, California. So on February 11th, they took this key step to make the autonomous vehicles widely available. And this is a maiden run, and it's being run with employees. It's an employee shuttle, and they are moving the employees from wherever they live to wherever they have to get to work. And this action is taking ZOOX one step closer to being commercialized. The purpose-built robo-taxi services will be available to the public. That's what the ZOOX CEO, Acha Evans, said in a statement. So the ZOOX will be taking full-time employees from one location to another of ZOOX' two main offices. And the vehicle can carry 4 people at a time and drive at up to speeds of 35 miles an hour. And they said ZOOX has undergone rigorous testing on private roads and has received the necessary approvals from California Department of Motor Vehicles. It can handle left and right turns, traffic lights, pedestrians, vehicles, and other potential obstacles on the journey. Now, the company, ZOOX, was founded in 2014 and was purchased by Amazon in 2020. And it's unique in its approach to designing electric self-driving vehicles. This vehicle can go in either direction without having to turn around. It's a little box. When you see the picture, it's a little box with 4 wheels. It's an amazing looking thing because it doesn't look like a car. It doesn't look like a truck. It looks like what it is, a moving box. Now, this design makes the ZOOX very unusual, very unique, because it doesn't resemble any cars on the road, right? ZOOX has ditched the steering wheel and has ditched the brake pedal, claiming those features are unnecessary when there's no human driver. Seats are designed to face each other to facilitate conversation between the passengers. So imagine that. When you've ridden in a bus and you're not sitting side by side, but you're sitting opposite the person, think about that. So you have a conversation on a bus too. But ZOOX is designed so that people can sit comfortably inside and talk to one another and not worry about the driving. Now, I don't know if there are many people that could sit in a box that's moving and not worry. But if you're able to talk to your fellow passengers comfortably, that should make these rides very easy. And take your mind off worrying about not having a driver controlling the movement of the vehicle and not having a driver to see everything that could possibly happen. That can weigh on some people's minds. However, I think that ZOOX might be the perfect answer, in a sense, since you're able to converse with people and take your mind off the trip by this unique seating arrangement. I think it's very clever of them to view the trip as a journey with friends. Intelligent conversation can take place, I hope. So right now, ZOOX stands as the leader in robo-travel, because many of the major companies like General Motors and Ford and Volkswagen have bailed out after decades of trying to create a vehicle that was self-driving. So maybe ZOOX has the right idea. Maybe these vehicles should not look like other automobiles. They should be more like boxes with four wheels and arrangements for people to sit comfortably and talk to one another, as opposed to having the passengers worry about what's going on outside. I mean, it doesn't have to look fancy. It doesn't have to be like a Thunderbird or a Corvette or Mercedes or a Cadillac. It's just a box that'll get you from one place to the other. And isn't that what cars are for? Or buses? To get you where you want to go comfortably? As opposed to allowing you to streak across the roads at speed limits that are uncontrollable in a sense. So what we see here is a company that has imagination in creating something that is functional and safe, and not trying to produce something that is the most beautiful thing on the road. It's trying to produce something that is efficient and will get you where you're going. And isn't that what transportation is all about for the most part? Yes, we love to go out in the country and put the top down if you have a convertible and take a nice drive. And yes, so you get cars like that, but that's your driving. That's what driving is. That's the pleasure of driving. But for everyday job things, getting to and from work or going shopping or something like that, we don't need anything fancy and anything that can be turned into a deadly weapon. So I think that ZOOX has the right idea. A functional box that will get you where you're going safely. No fancy frills, none of that stuff. Maybe they have a different color scheme that would make it exciting. But safety is definitely the mode that this thing is going to run in. So I leave you with that this morning. ZOOX and its box. Have a great day. See you in the morning.